on, let me hear you! It is match number 1 of Grand Finals of the Esports World Cup Call of Duty Warzone.
And we are not expecting it to start slowly. Every single day has gone quick, and Levi will fall, and Zix will be traded, and Limax finds another as Mood falls, and we are off to a banger here in map 1. Straight away, everyone contesting, but there's also going to be Team Destroy right around the corner.
I love this. We are kicking it off. Nice, hot, and spicy. I had a chance to interview Zeppa. He knew that this contest was going to happen between Na'Vi and Team Zix, but maybe you were not expecting Team Destroy to enter this mix, because look at this, Enigma. They've already gained control, top of that control center, and are sitting here. You got Limax down below, trying to stay alive, trying to play their life. And we got a note here. This is a kind of shift for Team Destroy. They're normally landing top prison. Hey, they come finals, they're bringing something a little different.
Well, absolutely. I mean, this is one of the things, right? If you've gone away and assessed who has actually made it on through, and you think, actually, we can smoke that squad, or you're just aware that control center's hotly contested, and you intend to third-party the situation, you can prosper. And that's exactly the theory that Team Destroy are coming in with. And JTech here on our screens just under a little bit of pressure. It's just the two of them still up for now as Tennox has fallen, still has 5 seconds on his resurgence time. Spaniards trying to apply pressure. You can see them trying to set up the kill box here, and JTech's lying in wait.
Pushes on out. Daga, you're trying to make something happen. A quick little dolphin dive gets out of harm's way, but look who's coming in from behind. It's Method 6. JTech, though, is able to make the trade, fly on through, and it looks like for now it's pretty solid until you have another team who's starting to fly on in. Look who it is. It's Fnatic.
It is, and they are ruthless. Hunt JTech down, and Skullface will clean him on up. Tennox has just got a float here. He's got 5 seconds until Elo's back in, and another 15 until his third returns. So Allman, Skullface, and Noobs will take control here momentarily of headquarters, but they will be contested because Twisted Minds are beginning to arrive.
I don't know what's going on in this area, but we are getting a lot of our top teams starting to fly on over. Aydan getting in some nice tags on the Almond. He's come up here to the top. You have to be careful because you got 2 members of Fnatic nearby. He's going to slide on in, though. He sees Noobs. Noobs tries to make his way out of the window, but you're not getting out in time. Aydan with the confirmation on the elimination. Twisted Minds. We know they love to kind of land over here at this factory location. They love to play Harbor, but today looks like they're looking to expand their region of dominance as they've made their way up to headquarters to find some eliminations.
Well, someone who hasn't found any eliminations just yet is going to be Soka, but we're not very surprised because this is how this Falcon squad play. Put Soka over by the stronghold, let him provide all the information, and just send Shifty and Biffle on their way. And they want control center, and they're going to be up against a couple of players here from Team Zix, and as they just breach and clear, Shifty actually loses his life as Hamoud picks one up, but Biffle's on the hunt after this. He wants to trade out his teammate, he wants revenge, he lands a couple of bullets, but it's just not going to be enough. The chase is on.
Hamoud trying to do their best to stay out, but it is just so hard to get away from Biffle. Was regarded as the best Warzone player of all time. I think it's hard to disagree with that with the performance of late, especially with his 2 teammates. As well, we're getting close to the end of zone number 1, Enigma, and we already have 1 team out of the map, Team Izun.
Yeah, and looking at the rest of that list as well, there's a couple of walking wounded around here. This pace has been absolutely electric, and so have the crowd going nuts for their Falcons lineup and some of their home turf players. Na'Vi on our screens right now, and this is a side that keep getting themselves to that end game. They keep putting themselves in the correct position, but it's whether or not you could close that out. But a couple of players who haven't struggled closing a few things out, Oki, Wiz, Prodigy, they have been going nuts throughout groups.
We've seen, obviously, SGP kind of run this bio area before, but it looks like we're out of groups now, Enigma. We are into finals. It is a whole brand new group of teams that are playing different, and maybe they thought they had the opportunity to kind of hold down this area, but Abwiz not gonna let it happen. They are playing as a unit. They are playing together, maneuvering around the map. You can see they're split up a little bit, right? You have Oki and their teammate along here at this industry side. Last player over there at that ammo shack by the buy station. Either of them go on down, you're absolutely going to be able to get them back in the mix very quickly.
And it feels like we are quietening down for just a moment. Finally, a second to breathe. I say that. Skullface wants to get aggressive and finds Limax and absolutely snaps. Finds him and cleans him on up. Just going to take a quick look at our kill leaders here. Fnatic leading the way on 8, but who's just behind them? It is, of course, the Falcons on 7.
They were worried. I was kind of talking to them yesterday. They said, you know, even if we land kind of that stronghold area, are there going to be even any teams near us to find those eliminations? Looks like they found them here today to start it. Almond from Fnatic has made their way up to the lighthouse. Team Destroy, though, over here in the living quarters, trying to make their way around. Potential for a little bit of engagement around some of the teams near them, because look, Twisted Minds, they're right below them. If you are able to look down at this building, you may be able to take them on out. But for now, the Twisted Minds kind of going on through, maybe deciding the next path.
And they love to play up through this factory harbor side to the Twisted Minds, but as they push on up, they're actually going to have company from Drake. And the thing is as well, Team Destroy are not far away, so they want to clean this up nice and quickly. You don't want to risk a third-party situation, but bullets to the side of Aydan means he has to slip on away, and Drake actually escapes just narrowly enough. So as Team Destroy come to third party this is going to get messy real quick, as Factory often does.
Yeah, so many levels in this building. It's kind of hard to figure out where you want to play. A nice suppression mine from Knight will hopefully give them maybe some info if somebody pushes down those stairs. But this is sort of a nice little area. Goji likes to use this word, and I'm going to steal it for now. It's a quagmire on the map. Okay. It's just this area of quicksand that it's so easy to get stuck in at Factory just due to all of the different nooks and crannies teams can kind of hide out in. So you have to kind of make this decision. Do we want to sit here? Do we want to try and take team fights? Or are we going to use this as a position that we can start moving around the map?
And Team Destroy taking the top of Factory. And having a moment to breathe, but we know that Twisted Minds are right around the corner, potentially looking to play up through this. The thing is, the circle currently is so wide, it's impossible to assess anyone's situation, so the Falcons are just going to get aggressive. And Biffle will find Stuo, and Biffle snaps onto Patsuka. There's the first confirmed, there's the second, and his teammates are going to try and hunt down the third.
I mean, we saw C4s get touched a little bit ago, and you're seeing Thermites come into play. Biffle showing us exactly how you're supposed to use those. Catches two of them, cleans on up, and that is a full wipe for Vitality. Taken on out, and I'm also seeing Omit has exited the lobby as well. In our group stages yesterday, we were sometimes seeing all of the teams stay up until Resurgence closed. Map number 1 here, Enigma. That is not the case. As look at the flying on in. Destroy looking to be aggressive.
And that's going to be another team off the board. We are bleeding down. 4 teams already out. You're completely correct. It's been a much slower process throughout the other days, but I think that a couple of teams are feeling comfortable about themselves and are beginning to just get a little bit ruthless around the map. A squad that's actually got a bit of a quieter region of the map is going to be your team AbWiz. They're just going to tuck themselves on over towards Dog, lay low, and consider endgame rotations because the zone is pulling off towards this northeastern side.
Yeah, they're sitting on 5 eliminations currently. The Falcons still over here at Control Center on 12 right now, tied with SGP Syndicate for the top kills in the lobby as Shifty just hits some insane shots from across the map onto Hamoud. Looking down below here, can they manage to find any more? I'm looking at Twisted Minds and Destroy right now. I feel like every time we come back on over here, they're still at Factory, which is only the very edge still in zone. So I don't know what your kind of game plan here is as this gas is going to start encroaching.
Well, the thing is, one of them has got to engage the other quickly and get rid of them, because whoever doesn't spot the opposing team is going to be in big trouble. You're likely going to get shots in the back. And the thing is, we also have Team Heretics not far away, and Team Fnatic are considering rotating off from headquarters towards Factory. So all of a sudden, this could turn into a 3-4 team battle, and Na'Vi actually want a piece of it as well. We have 5 teams potentially squeezing all around that.
You can see on over to the Falcons. They're continuing to kind of make their way around the map on this left side. They could potentially get gate kept by ABWiz if they're not careful, though. So you kind of want to take a little bit of opportunity. Shifty will be able to hit this loadout, get his gun, start feeling a little bit confident. Has an idea that Oki's around here. Maybe flies down below. Can you find the shots? You can. Oki getting taken out. Biffle there for the assist. Prodigy maybe can try and come on help out, but Oki will get full confirmed as the Falcons look to push on forward. You might be able to split them. You see Prodigy in the smoke. The shots from Biffle connect. The armor crack is there, but it's just not enough. They'll be able to get away just in time. Prodigy, on the other hand, has to make their way down to the tunnel. ABWiz has to make their way over to Industry. They are split right now, Enigma. The Falcons are looking to hunt.
One of the things we were asking about Team AbWiz is that you largely were avoiding the big sides early on in the game. How would you cope if Falcons decided to change their route and change their route they have? Instead of playing out through Factory, they decided to push Doc and Industries, and they're on the hunt, and Hisoka will find Abwiz and actually going to interrogate as well to pour more salt into the wound. However, a huge circle pull up next, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be rotating on off towards Harbour, and we are not very far away from seeing a lot more of these sides bleed on down. Resurgence is, of course, closed at this point, so every death here is like a dagger to the heart.
Yeah, I mean, this is where we are going to start seeing just the game kind of come to a crawl. Everybody wanting to get, of course, those very, very solid placement points. You can see the crowd, they're excited. They want to see some of these teams finish up towards the end, especially if you are Team Zix, your Team Falcons. You're feeling good about this team. We can see Crims in the kill feed going big, but on your screen, it's Twisted Minds, who is starting to eliminate Na'Vi. Interrogation will come on in, give them the information they need on where potentially the rest of that squad is.
Well, there's not much left of them, to be honest. They've been absolutely run on over. We're going to get a look on over Chem, and we have our Team Falcons beginning to assess the next rotation towards Harbour, where we have 2 or 3 different sides all set up. But let's actually flick back towards Prism, because Fnatic have a lot of company. It's actually going to be Gil. Skullface will find the knock. It's actually Crims as well coming on in. This is Team Zix. It's a 3-team party, and Skullface wants all of it. Skullface actually going to be backed on off, so can Allman provide a little bit of coverage? He's trying to finish off Crims as well. That is finally confirmed, but how do you play this out from here? Because you've just lost your teammate. There is no resurgence. You need to play yourself a safe position, and I really agree with this top Prism play.
I definitely agree with that. Fnatic making the right call after losing Skullface on the outside. They take the top of Prison. You have 2 members of Team Zix below them. You can see Hamoud and Zix a little bit split, trying to figure out where do they want to play on this side, but you got Fnatic above them, looking to also try and make some moves. But SGP Syndicate, Enigma, they're also laying in wait. If any of these Prison teams move too quickly, you can absolutely get caught in the crossfire. And look who has an angle on Fnatic. It is Hisoka looking down at past teammates, Noobs and Almond.
The thing is here as well, as you just said, so many teams have got to rotate now. We've just spotted that there are so many squads outside of the zone. Soka doesn't get the confirm, by the way, but then Biffle will finally get that finish onto Noobs. So you are down to 1 player if you are that Fnatic side, looking a little bit rough. Soka just continues to ring out those core 98k shots. C4 goes out. He doesn't have the range on Hamoud, and everywhere else, those rotating teams are getting cut to bits, and bye-bye Team Zix. Soka's got his 5th.
We are so close to getting into our top 5, but look at the kill feed right now. Team Destroy getting wiped off the map by the Twisted Minds. Well, I don't know if it matters, Enigma. Hisoka, Car 98 in hand. He is literally just shooting fish in a barrel right now, as he has entire vision of the rest of this zone. And look where the zone is pulling. It is all in the favor of Team Falcons.
It is indeed. It moves on up towards Water Tower. So how does everyone else assess? There aren't many trios left in this. Heretics have their 3, Falcons and Twisted Minds, and just 1 player left from Team Abwiz. And Biffle is on 10 kills, already 22 for the Falcons as they continue to just run wild here at the Esports World Cup.
1.4x multiplier is in effect right now, folks. So this Falcons with the 22 eliminations is feeling good, but Twisted Minds, they're not too far behind with the 19, but Soka is going to be the one. He finds 2. Biffle starts flying on out. It is a flurry of eliminations, but I believe all 3 members of Falcons are potentially down. Can you go and clean them up? Z-Spit is taken on out. Knight, you're the only one left alive. Hisoka has been able to manage to stay up, makes their wrap back into chemistry. 2 members from Twisted Minds still out here. Knight does find Camps, brings them on down. Top 3 situation.
How is Soka still alive? Backs on off, trying to use the Spaniards as bait for the Twisted Minds lineup. And Methods and Dark are just going to get real close on top of this Water Tower and try and look on out over. Soka has to move because otherwise the gas will bring him down. Again, just trying to play his life. Has the 7, wants the next placing at least, and is begging the other 2 teams to engage each other.
Yeah, Hisoka just wants to hang her, but look at this. The Heretics, they're shooting down at Hisoka. That is going to give Twisted Minds all of the information they need. They know where Hisoka is. They know where Heretics are. They don't really have to do anything, but the zone is going to start shrinking. Hisoka trying to maybe loot some of these extra caches around here. Maybe you can find a loose gas mask. Has started trying to make his wrap out through Generator. You're seeing some loose shots coming on in, but he hits the buy station to get the revive off, keeping the team alive. It's It's gonna be Shifty. Heretics look to the sky. Maybe you can bring them on down, but that's 2 players going on down in. This is all on to Shifty right now. He has to 2v1 against Z-Spit and Knight. They know exactly where he is. They take it on down. Twisted Minds are game 1 winners.
They waited, they assessed, they gained the information. They let everything else unfold out in front of them and then activated at the right moment to clean up the Spaniards, to see things on through. But actually, the play from Hisoka to wrap into the gas will get you that 2nd place for the Falcons and the extra 0.3 on the multiplier of what was a game with over 20 kills.